Alright, Simon, you joined. That's good. Because I don't want to, like, stop you from talking to me. But it's like, I kind of wanted to end the thing. That way it was just me kind of making the rap. And there was, like, a Q&A at the end. Just on, like, why I was doing what I'm doing. So that was kind of cool. It gives me like SOS vibes in my time with Cora. Need to put some decals on it, but the baseline rap happened, you know, more Cora right now. I'm happy.
Joining the others in pursuit of the purpose. This suspect is slight traffic light on in dispatch.
Spike spread up ahead should stop the suspect.
Intercept him here. Don't get in our way. Dispatch, I'm gonna try to go for a handbrake takedown. Wish me luck. I don't think we can handle this for much longer. Dispatch, I'm in pursuit. Stop him, whatever it takes. Approach to the Subaru.
This is dispatch. Suspect last seen at Kennedy test track.
We've got very little time left in this
I'm
dispatch.
right. Take it off on the right.
Damn, can't believe we lost that one.
This is dispatch. Our units just lost that suspect on Kennedy test track.
Look around. Find this fool.
Where that truck is like trying to cut it. How many hours have I put in rap making? I'm not gonna lie to you, a lot. And that's over multiple games. But it's like I started back on like Underground, when you could first like actually piece together a rap and put multiple layers on top of each other and like create a complex rap. You know what I mean? Like there was so much stuff you could do back in Underground to make a rap. And that's what I kind of learned to design stuff on. So, a while, actually. Usually I just like to create my own stuff instead of driving around in some stuff I have from the community.
Look around. Find this fool.
What do you think, Simon? RX-7? Or, like, do I pick, like, a RX-8 or something? So it's, like, off meta or straight up meta? Yeah. You know, I heard Surfy Raps doesn't like me because he says I steal his rap ideas. Which is crazy. Because I don't even know that guy. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. My friend was saying that he got a 106 and he showed me with a crash. And I was like, that's crazy, because he could have probably done a minute, maybe even a sub-minute with the Integra. And I was telling him that, and he was like, that's crazy. I didn't think I was going that fast. And I was like, yeah, you were flying. That's pretty good, 103. I think my best is like a minute 2. I'm trying to do a minute 1 in the RSR, but every time I go to do it, I mess up. Yeah, I know Cornette. He was kind of promoting everyone's streams at the beginning of the league. So it's like, I guess what I'm saying is I don't actually know Alex. Like, me and him don't know each other, but I know who he is. Because people were telling me he streamed on a thing, and I had looked and watched the reviews on his channel. Seeing everyone was real hurt when I pulled out that F40. Yeah. The Regera wrap is crazy looking. Yeah, I haven't even attempted to make a Regera wrap yet. Because I know the body panels are so weird and everything, kind of like the 4GT, so I was like, yeah, right. I ain't even gonna lie about that one. Did not even attempt it. Oh no, this Subaru's not bad, that's for sure. It's not a struggle, I'm struggling to drive it good. Just because it's a new car. Like I said, I've been stuck in the lockdown. I haven't even built these new cars. That's why I'm building them and driving them now to like get a feeling for them. So at least have an idea of what I'm dealing with here. Because I don't got the Integra because the speed pass for PS5 right now is glitched. So I'm out the Integra, the Subaru body kits I got, and the Subaru because it was free. But the last one, which is like the lockdown one, I'm not gonna get the 30th anniversary BMW Legend, which is kind of messed up. So I'm hoping they fix all that. Also, my BMW Legend Edition for some reason disappeared, even though I have all of the blacklist cars, which is kind of crazy. Like it's not popping up. Like even when I expilled with Razor's car and it loaded back into the thing, it didn't like actually like give me the car for some reason. Like I got the 15 out of 15 thing for my blacklist thing and the BMW popped up, but every time I build a BMW and then close app, it would disappear, and now the BMW Legend isn't even popping up at all. So I'm wondering if there's some sort of bug with it. Oh, because I was trying to get Razor's car and it wasn't popping up for the longest time, so I was just stuck in lockdown trying to find this thing. And then I finally found it. I'm gonna post that on my video, the whole like half-hour thing, like the game before and the game we went in. I'll post that to my YouTube after I stop streaming. But I figured for now I could, while the league's down, just do a little more in-depth stuff. I've learned a lot about like lockdown and how to like kind of get the cars you want and everything, which is kind of cool because I feel like a lot of people are talking about like what lockdown is, but not what you do to like make sure the cars you want are spawning. And there's like some pretty simple stuff that goes into that too, because it's like you're like, oh, what are you gonna do to make sure, you know, I don't get a duplicate car that I already have? You just pull out that car and it for some reason doesn't spawn on the map. So try that out, Simon. You could also turn off your crossplay and cut your party size to private, and your lobbies will only be like 2 or 3 people most of the time. But it's like a lot of people aren't talking about like even that. But it's like, man, I don't think I would have kept my sanity if I had to sit in there for 2 weeks in lockdown and not even gotten to make raps or race. Like I was going crazy because I was in there for almost a week, 6 days straight, just grinding lockdown, looking for a BMW. That was it. That's all I was looking for almost a week. So it's like, I didn't know all this stuff before I started testing, like pulling out these cars and like just feeding the algorithm the cars that I didn't want to get the car I did want. I didn't know that I had to do that. But it's like I figured that out, and I can tell people to do that now. You just feed it the blacklist cars, and you'll get the blacklist ones that you don't have. Yeah, your car's going to be impounded for 24 hours, but for 24 hours, that other car's not going to spawn. And it's like that wasn't in the details of lockdown. Nobody described that. You know what I'm saying? When they went over like an in-depth for lockdown. You have to figure that after you play probably 30 or 40 hours worth of it. and then you decide to have that idea to just try it and see if it works. I think the comments are glitching. Hold on. I'll pull it up on my phone. Yeah, what's glitch about the speed pass too, Simon, is that it's like the speed pass doesn't even unlock the card. For the premium pass, like it says you have it, but it's like when you look at it in the game for the season 9 pass, it just says error. So it's like not letting itself be unlocked. And they know that the problem exists, so I'm hoping that they fix it. Because I really like playing this game. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I know. But it's like, it's just still a cool little feature. Like you're telling me it's not going to be cool if like the next update they come out with is like Need for Speed Carbon and we get all like the little Need for Speed Carbon sidecars for like the bosses and stuff. You wouldn't be happy about that? Or like all of like the cool little side dude cars. I mean they had all sorts of different cool like little wraps for cars in that game. Or like even Pro Street or like this just shows that they can do anything. And just throw hints of other games into a game that nobody really liked at all. So I'm not... It's not necessarily PS5, because PS5 is great. Like, I have no problems with my PS5. I didn't even have problems with my PS4 until like 5 years that happened on the PS4. Like, it just kept overheating, and all I did was change my thermal paste and put it back together, and it was like I had a brand new PS4. So it's like, I don't know, I can't really knock PlayStation, because I've never really had a problem with any PlayStation console that I've ever owned. Maybe now with the controllers, I have to replace them every 6 to 8 months, but like, besides that, I really can't complain. Like, the graphics are better, the games are better. Like, there's a lot of glitches, but that's any game. But you gotta think, games are so advanced now, Simon, that it's not about just creating like a simple game. Coding isn't that simple for a game like this. Like, you gotta think about how many texture, like, DLCs and everything we gotta add for each DLC and everything to make sure all the new cars, you know what I'm saying, are right. Or like the new tire smoke, like they have to do a lot of stuff just to put something into the game. Like even rims, like they have to make sure that the rims don't look weird whenever you're driving. Yeah, they could copy and paste the code, right? But it's like at the end of the day, they still have to do all of that work to make it a finished product. I feel like this game is its own game though, compared to like Call of Duty is like now though, Simon. Like COD now is just literally 2K. It's a literal copy and paste. While it's like this game has always just thrown hints of like stuff like that. Like even in Most Wanted, the original one, we had that challenge blacklist series thing, where if you completed all of those, you actually got the other BMW Legend Edition, the red and silver one. And a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't even know that the Junkman parts that you would get for clicking the cards at the end would make your car like twice as fast as they normally would be. Like instead of doing your car would be doing 200 normally with the parts, but you could make your car do like 300, like any of the cars. Like there was just a lot of just cool things, and like the older Need for Speed. But it's like they had to change a lot of that now for a multiplayer game. And I'm surprised this game doesn't have more glitches, to be honest with you. Like, you remember how many Need for Speed 2015 had when they first came out, Simon? There was all sorts of stuff. You could do a glitch where you could stick like double turbos on like your car for like a thing. Instead of like your exhaust or your air filter, you could put another turbo on. You could slam that one like Beck custom. You could slam that into the wall, and for some reason it would instantly do like 450 miles an hour for like 35 seconds. And then it would go to like 300, but it would be like a crazy speed glitch that just kept its glitch. But there was like a lot of stuff wrong with that game too. But it's like, after they fixed all of it, we loved it. I feel like that's what people are taking for granted now. It's like online games are just so advanced that it's like, it's not like how Most Wanted or Carbon was, where it was like you got a finished product out the box. Like, now it's about the finished product at the end of the game's life cycle and what it really turned into. What did they do with that game after it came out? You gotta think, like, even Gran Turismo, even though people are complaining like Gran Turismo is basically the same game, like you gotta think how many different maps to Gran Turismo is added from real life, how they keep like all the physics the same from each game. Like that can't be easy to make it feel like it's almost the same game, but just put all these different tracks up. Like even now they got motor swaps and stuff, but the game still feels the same. But that's crazy, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, there's a whole other in-depth thing to the game. And it's like they still had the opportunity to make Gran Turismo Gran Turismo. So I think stuff like that is really cool.
2440 in the area.
But it's like, I feel like for as much good as we're seeing in the community for gaming-wise, like we're seeing bad stuff as well, like Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, for example. Like Grand Theft Auto is not necessarily bad, but it's like, I feel like they're just milking GTA 5 at this point, where it's like GTA 6 should have been dropped. Call of Duty should have been remastered Black Ops 2, and like the older games like everyone wanted, you know what I mean? It's like the stuff that like other games do based off like what the community wants to make their games be more popular. Like, I don't know. It just perplexes me, I guess, why there's no gold standard for gaming. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like stuff like Red Dead, like stuff like Cyberpunk, uh, stuff like BioShock, or like even Borderlands. I feel like is a pretty good game. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's why they made some stuff new. Cause it's like the other one they couldn't have put in the game is Vic. Vic was the Supra. We don't even got the Supra. Because of the licensing things that they had problems with. But I feel like I said, for what this game is, I feel like they did good by the community and by the game. To just do some stuff like they did for this update. Like they kind of brought back what Need for Speed always was. And that was a game where you ran from the cops while you were racing. Yeah, there's not many kind of games that make you feel sucked in anymore. Like, I feel like the only game that really sucks me into making me feel like I'm in the game now, race-wise, is like Grid or like Gran Turismo. Because it's like, it's just so realistic looking that you almost can't differentiate between the game and real life. Like you could swear that you're actually in the car. The car sounds real. It looks real. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's what we're kind of losing. And I feel like maybe at some point like they feel like it's kind of like a bad thing because it like sucks people in to play it an excessive amount of time on a video game. But at the same time, for a lot of people, this is an escape. This isn't just gaming to people, you know what I mean? For like most people I'd say in the community, it's just people that are disabled and they can't really work a job in the first place. So it's like it gives them an opportunity to feel like they're doing something productive. So is that really a bad thing? I don't know. I don't think I'd ever make a game myself. I feel like there's just so many things that would go into it. The marketing, the game itself and what it was supposed to be. The series of games after it, like, I feel like it would just be so much. Right, and all it really is, right, Simon, is if you think about it, it's kind of like an eye of a fly, how they say a fly for one eye has like, what, like 5,000 eyes or something? But it's like the same thing for a TV, you know what I'm saying? It's just like these millions of little eyes that light up a different color and produce an image. And they've become so, like, advanced that they're even smaller now and creating an even sharper and more realistic looking image. So it just kind of makes sense why it works. You know what I mean? If you could just take a bunch of little lights and make them just really tiny, and they all change based on what it was supposed to display. Why, like a TV, makes a image pops up, for example. And it makes even more sense when you think about like the old school TVs, like the box TVs, Timon. Because like think about what static was. It was literally showing you what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? It's just all those little lights that were supposed to be changing colors, but they weren't. It was just black or white, and they were just alternating. But I feel like it is fascinating how we've become so advanced in the last 100 years. Like we went from creating the first car 100 years ago to now we have TVs and cell phones and rockets that go to space. We just have just some of the craziest stuff. Alright, Simon. I think I'm gonna get on later though. I think I'm gonna post that video for you, that half-hour long video. So before I get off here, let me just start uploading that. Oh, do I know I have it? I swore I clipped it. I must not have it. It's alright. I could always just get another one. See if it fixes my thing. Because like I said, it's the only car that kind of bugged out. So maybe I'll do a video on that. I'll catch you, Simon. Like I said, I'll probably stream later.